I can't thank you enough. Let's see, Devin. Let's see. Oh, good. Yeah, cool. He says, thanks for all the inspiration, help. Um, Definitely have been overcoming fears right now. I'm moving away from home to pursue higher level theater. Yep, planning to be in New York within 2 years. Also, Jeremy Hayes gave my sister and I the Phantom tour. Oh, awesome! Jeremy is incredible. Um, you know what? I'm gonna mention that, Devin, because it's something that is in my the book that I'm working on that I'm calling Artist Math. It's going to have a different title when it's done, and that's also going to be part of one of the rollouts that I'm doing. It's going to be the business of the business. I've talked about this a little bit, and the business of the entertainment business, but it can be applied to anybody. You know, once you reach a certain level in whatever profession you're in, but I'll specifically say the arts because that's my current, you know, level of. I've reached a certain level of success. It's so funny because I'm walking in the same area where I spoke about this last time. Everybody is at a very, very high level, and everybody has their, for lack of a better word, shit together. Excuse my language. You're going to be competing with very high level people, but unless you start, unless you take that leap, you're going to be forever sitting there going, "What I really want is," you know. So go for it, Devin. You will be able to be in the game. It's part of what I said in that little post I put on Instagram and Facebook where it's like, you know, life does not have a minor league. We are not living in a minor league. We are playing the game. You've got to play the game. I mean, look, this is not minor league, guys. This is major leagues, right? And you're doing it too. No matter where you live, no matter what you're doing, you're playing the major league game. We're going to talk about that more tomorrow. But unless, Devin, you take that step, and part of one of the steps within the program I'm developing is, for example, if you want to be a chef at a very, very high-end restaurant, right? There might not be a very high-end restaurant where you live. So you got to either create one or move to where they are. If you want to be on Broadway, you can't live in Idaho, you know? I mean, you could, but the commute's going to be crazy. So you have to look at the geographical situation of where you are, take stock of that, and confront, which is the big, big, big thing we don't oftentimes do in our lives. We don't confront. We don't confront our finances. We don't confront the reality of what's around us. We sort of push it under the rug and let it go away and hope that it'll go away. Well, it doesn't go away. If you're in debt, unless you confront it and figure out how to rectify that, Grant Cardone, listen to Grant Cardone, you will stay in debt. You will. And you have to confront. So confronting that, don't look at it as a fear. Look at it as adventure. Try to turn that fear, Devin, or what you think is fear, into adventure and figure out, why are you afraid? What's the fear factor? You know, is it that you're going to let somebody down? You don't have enough money? Well, that's another thing we address in the Artist Math, is how do you survive? Because if you don't have enough money to survive in a city while you're pursuing your goals, you're not going to do it. You're not going to be able, or you could live on the street, but you know, you're not going to be able to actively pursue the goals the way you want to do them unless you have enough money to achieve your goals. All of these things are going to be addressed in the book and as part of the online content. It's going to be subscribable. You pay a fee, and you'll have it all for life. And we'll probably work it out where we'll have an upfront fee that if you want to pay up front, you can get everything plus some bonus stuff. And then we'll probably end up also having a way that you can, you know, do 3 payments, because there are people that just don't have that. But I know this content is going to be beneficial to you. All right. Let's see. Share the stream. Da, 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 da. Gail, look, I'm 50, right? Gail says, I wish, you know, you were talking about this when I was much younger. It is never too late. Sorry, I'm just checking where I'm going. Don't want to get hit. It is not too late. It's never too late, ever, right? So I'm going to show you something. Can you see that? That's a homeless guy standing in the middle of the West End Highway, in the middle of the rain. It's even not too late for him. It's not. The right thing has to click. You know, there might be some other things at work there, but it's not too late for anybody. You can change. I'm building businesses, and I'm in my 50th year. Businesses that I've never done before. You can take the bull by the horns and make those changes. Remember, we talked about that last week. We talked about the elephant and the flea. Lorianne, you said afraid to fail, to make mistakes in front of an audience. You make mistakes all the time. You know, remember when you ride a bike and you fall off your bike first time? You get up and you do it again. It's the repetition. I can't tell you how many times. There are times like to this afternoon, I was going to do this funny post, like a meme, which I'm trying to learn to do. Not a meme, a GIF, where I know they're old school, but I had this thing from. It was a GIF of the dude from what's the show? My favorite, the HBO. Winter's coming. Hold on. Game of Thrones, and like he's standing there and his hair is blowing. It's winter, and I was going to say, having to sing when the weather changes without much sleep when the heat goes on. It's tough, you know. And I hit that where you long to be, and sometimes it doesn't come out the way I want it to. It just doesn't, which is rare for me because I'm like I always pride myself on being this solid. But guess what? Sometimes weather changes, body feels different, doesn't come out. So you just keep pushing on. You keep smiling and you keep going. It's life. Let's see. Who else? Anybody? Will I narrate my book? Yes, I will, Robin. It'll be an audiobook as well once it's done. Who else? Share the stream. Oh, my haircut. Thank you. Just got it. Just got it cut. I like my hair really long, really long normally, but with the makeup, it's important that I keep it short. Okay, I'm almost to where I need to be, so I'm gonna see if we can take a couple more questions. Live feeds have given me the motivation I need to start writing again. Yes, writing. Look, John, that's the thing. We are the arbiters of our lives. We are the creators of our lives. I talk about this often. You cannot sit and wait for somebody to discover you, to say, hey, I want you to do this. It may happen, but if you start the process, if you start getting out there and getting known and putting your work out there and create, it's another part of the artist math. One of the things is, remember I put that thing out, create something. All of those things that I put out, those images, they're all part of what is coming. Create something. You don't have any money. Okay. I say this all the time to singers here. They're like, oh, you know, I'm in between jobs. I'm like, we'll do a concert. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. No, you can literally do a concert, find a place to do it. You know music, you can sing, you know people that play the piano, and market it. Put it out there. So maybe you only have 10 people come. Then the next time you have 20 people, then 30 people, then 40 people. You're creating things, and you're also getting known. You're putting your brand out there, no matter what it is, you know? All right, anybody else have any questions? Anybody else? Anybody else? All right, no more questions. All right, guys, so I'll leave you with this. Have a great evening. Oh, wait, there's another question. What's the hardest line for you to sing in the show? You know, I don't think of it as hard. You know, it's a taxing show. Andrew's music is difficult to sing. It's a sung through show, and it is Phantom of the Opera. It's not Phantom of the Rock musical. So basically, you have to be on your game pretty much all the time. So that's what I think. Do you have to get copyrights for concerts? You should check it out yourself, but if you're just doing a cabaret, traditionally, no, you do not. If you are doing a show where you're tying through, and again, don't quote me here, I'm just going by what I remember and what I've done. Let's say you're doing a song from The Man of La Mancha, you're doing Impossible Dream, and then you do a little bit of the scene from Impossible Dream to talk about it, that's copyright area, because you're telling the story of the show that the song is from, and you're tying it together, okay? Does that make sense? But if you're just doing one-offs and you're doing song after song after song, you don't have to do that. Happens at Birdland all the time, happens at Studio 54. If you record it, yes, you do, and you have to pay royalties. Let's see, anybody else? Whoever gets stage fright. Megan, not so much anymore. It's more energy. Again, I think stage fright comes when I'm not prepared or when someone is not prepared. Because if you know your stuff, I talked about Jordan Donica last time, how he was, you know, first show, boom, dude's prepared, 22 years old, first Broadway show, Phantom of the Opera. It's about preparation. So it changes. I wouldn't call it stage fright. I call it excitement. If I'm tired or if I'm, you know, battling a little cold, which I'm actually starting to do right now, and I never get sick, then, oh, wait, I got to show you the guys. Look at this. Can you see it? It's a bus with my face on it. Look at that. There it is. That's crazy. It's so weird to see that. Pretty cool. Um, let's see. Is Parker Essential still around? Parker Essay? Yeah, Parker. If that's who you're talking about, yeah, he's choreographing all over the place. Um, let's see, Devin. Planning and go away cabaret. Yeah, and plan it for here. Do the same one here, Devin. Melissa, what's my favorite role that you have played? Well, Carousel, Billy Bigelow stands as probably the top just because I met my wife doing that show. And it's an incredibly written show. Tale of Two Cities because I was involved from day one with that show. Um, they're all kind of unique. Phantom is incredible. I tell you, Witches of Eastwick, oh my God. That show is hilarious, and I loved it. Valjean was incredible. Um, let's see. So, kind of all of them. All right, guys, I am going to sign off because I got to get to where I'm going. But I wanted to remind you tomorrow, I'm not sure what time, it will be during the day, Eastern time. I'm going to be doing another Facebook Live, and we're going to be talking about, you know, there is no minor league in life. This is major league. You're playing the major leagues. Um, so I cannot thank you enough. Oh, there she is. My favorite show too, Carousel. My amazing wife. I love you, baby. Um, so I will remember to do that. I will see you tomorrow. Go up to the Learn More button, click it, sign up for the newsletter. All the stuff we're talking about, the book, all of the stuff with the online content. The two things we're doing, we're going to be launching a Thrive online content, which is get your star power, learn how to get your star power in life. And then we're also going to be launching the business of the business. All right, guys, make sure you share the stream. Have a great, great, great weekend. I will talk to some of you tomorrow. You can always watch it if you miss it on Facebook. And I hope this new mentions thing works out well. I think it's the same. It's a same feed, but it's a new app with Facebook that I was given to work with. Pretty cool. All right, guys, have a great, great week. We'll talk to you tomorrow.